But Tesla and Psycho are going to really stun everything out. And this is where it might start to get difficult for Tourist if Mo just has his lockdown defense. Since he doesn't have a big spell, Mo's going to finish this game with the Drill, the Evo Snowball, the Fireball.
Wow. It's so much constant pressure from Taurus. He's pressuring both lanes with all these cards.
So this was the moment I asked myself the question. Hearing Jynxi's actually insightful commentary about what one of the players in this match was going to do to win, then hearing Jynxi's weird blabbering commentary right after flicked a switch in my head. Does this guy have the first clue what he's talking about right now?
Wow. It's so much constant pressure from Taurus. He's pressuring both lanes with all these cards.
Literally anybody capable of critical thinking would be able to come to this conclusion by watching the match. A commentator's job is to provide insight to less informed fans and keep them hyped while they watch the match. And yet it seems like Jynxzi took a backseat during this video, and uncharacteristically decided to share the spotlight with another person in one of his videos when he usually prefers being the sole commentator. But Bammer Hammer, I hear you say, he's climbed to 9,000 trophies. He must know what he's doing. I see him play against high-level players all the time and even manage to win. Yeah, not really. It's a pretty well-known fact that Jynxzi was coached by the literal #1 player in the world, and he's also dropped hundreds of dollars on maxing out a strong giant graveyard deck that would have him outclass pretty much every single player below 8,000 trophies. He seems weirdly desperate to paint this image of knowledge and skill around himself when it comes to Clash Royale, and his YouTube content really reflects that as he's 1v1ing talented players, commentating high-level games, and recently he posted 4 hours of a new free-to-play series where he failed the challenge before the video even started by buying the fucking chicken emote and Hog Rider 4 arenas early. That video is just painful, by the way. He overanalyzes every single match despite the fact that he's basically fighting iPad kids that have no idea how to play and probably just stole their dad's phone to pass the time during church or something. I think the only way I could further illustrate my point is by analyzing 2 of Jynxi's most infamous matches with you, so you can see what I mean. We're going to be watching Jynxi's matches against EJ, who is a Master 2 rank player, a relatively mid-level rank, basically the Siege equivalent of high gold to low platinum.
Dude, so this is the problem with this guy's scenario is when Double Elixir comes, because my deck is a Double Elixir deck, he doesn't have that many answers for the E-Giant besides his Inferno Tower. But now that he showed me the Inferno Tower, let's just eat this. E-Giant is pretty good against the Goblin Barrel because it zaps them.
Oh crap, I started off on the wrong foot here. I gotta throw this whole video out. Jynxzi is actually right here. He is really good at the game, except there's a few problems. Problem number 1 is that before the match even started, Jynxzi decided to snipe EJ's deck to give himself a massive advantage by picking a deck that hard counters EJ's Witch and Inferno Tower in the form of a lightning spell, which are EJ's 2 main answers to the Electro Giant, Jynxi's main win condition. EJ's 2 win conditions, Mega Knight and Goblin Barrel, are also pretty easily countered by the cards in Jynxi's deck. Problem number 2, see problem number 1 again. If you're really a knowledgeable and skilled player, you shouldn't have to deck snipe and pick a bunch of hard counters for an advantage.
Okay. We're going to save our lightning for the Inferno Tower. It's very important that we do that. And we're going to Tornado the Witch. Okay. It's good to let this build up, too. Yeah, he's in a lot of danger now. He doesn't really have answers for this besides the Mega Knight. Nice. He's going to use the Mega Knight.
Jynxzi says that his opponent is in a lot of danger while a 40% HP Electro Giant heads towards the tower. He begins to say that EJ doesn't have answers for his Electro Giant, obviously forgetting that EJ hasn't played a card in a while and probably is high elixir. then quickly amends his terrible analysis to act like he was expecting the Mega Knight the entire time.
Wait, we could E-Giant with this. This might be game, guys. Once we reach 10, we're gonna E-Giant?
Yeah, this might be game, Jynxzi. There's no way he could answer this push. So many high HP cards in there.
And then we're gonna Lightning. Guys, he's in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. He has to answer this. That's gonna be damage. The Mega Knight does counter it. This is a good game. He's actually winning.
Jynxzi gets all excited and thinks he's gonna get a leg up in this game the moment that he uses a single card efficiently. He's naturally totally wrong in his prediction of damaging the tower and tries to restore his credibility by giving out the correct prediction that EJ isn't just gonna let the E-Giant do damage to his tower. He ends up being right about this prediction. What elite ball knowledge.
Dude, he's actually doing pretty good, guys. Okay, that was a bad play. He's gonna get counter pushed. That was the first bad play I think he made. Because now he's gonna get counter pushed. Bro, this boulder's wait. I forgot about the Evo Bomber. I lost.
Yeah, this moment is pretty much a microcosm of every single Jynxzi Clash Royale match. When it comes to Jynxzi, there's always a strong chance that he's clip farming and losing on purpose so he has an excuse to drop kick his monitor and scream like a monkey. But here, I don't believe he threw on purpose. He doesn't have a clip farm reaction to this, and EJ doesn't have clout, so Jynxzi can't clickbait losing to him in a TikTok. So, this is another bad analysis from Jynxzi. This little fumble ended up costing him the entire game, and unwilling to throw the video idea out, Jynxzi decided to rematch EJ.
Oh my god! I have to rematch this guy. Alright, chat. If he beats me twice, we're just gonna end the video here.
That wasn't me cutting the video, by the way. This is another weirdly out of character Jynxzi move here. Even though he usually doesn't do cuts, he decided to cut the video here, and I found out why. I found the original VOD, and he cut out a minute and a half of him getting flamed by the chat, the clan chat, and him whining that he forgot about Evo Bomber. Anyways, two things to know going into this second match. I assume EJ wasn't allowed to change his deck, but Jynxzi here did change his deck. He only shows it for a second here and acts like he hasn't used the deck much, but he's now running Sparkies, Zappies, Minions, and a Mini P.E.K.K.A to counter EJ's Mega Knight, while also running Rage and Zap to answer the Goblin Barrel. If I was EJ, I'd throw Jynxzi's script in the trash right now and switch decks, since this is the second time in a row he's gotten deck sniped.
I'm not gonna lie. If he beats me twice, this guy is just my daddy. This guy is my daddy. This guy is my daddy if he beats me twice. Alright. I can already see the comment section on the video now. EJ owns you, nothing without Riley. I can already see the comment section. It's time to lock the fuck in. Good zap. Really good zap. Very good zap.
We see the zap, bro. It wasn't that impressive.
Push by him, though. Fuck. Alright. So, I think the way that you win with this deck is... I'm gonna let the Witch lock and then go minions. Rage the tower. Nice. Okay. So we're losing Dim again. No. If this guy...
This is honestly his first understandable fumble that I feel like a player in his position would make. I'm just cutting the audio here to spare your ears from his banshee screams.
Fucking no. EJ owns you. EJ is your daddy. I know. I can already see it. Alright, we're just gonna eat all that. We're gonna go Sparky, Evo Giant. I'm gonna eat the Bomber and just one-shot the Witch. I have to... Oh my... Wait a minute. Okay, that's why this push is insane. That is why this push is insane. Because the Sparky just cleans it. Oh, he's cooked. No, he's cooked. What now, EJ? What now, EJ? Oh, you don't think I got a zap? Let's go. Rage it. Rage it. Rage it. Let's go, baby. That's tower. That's tower. That's tower. Okay, lock in, lock in. If I lose to this guy twice, bro, I have to quit the game. I literally have to quit. My life is meaningless if I lose to a Master 2 player twice in a row. The first one was a fluke because of the Evo Bomber. I'm not trolling, I swear.
Yep, this right here, this is exactly what I'm talking about and one of the main reasons I made this video. Jynxzi seriously feels like he has any room to talk down on Master 2 players when he just lost to one, and he disregards EJ's accomplishment by calling it a fluke. He talks shit on a Master 2 player when that Master 2 player is the most even matchup he gets in the entire video.
I'm just gonna let the right lane go and build up another absolutely gigantic push left lane. Yeah, he's cooked. He's cooked. Mini P.E.K.K.A. He's gonna go bats with this. Good block by me. That was a really good block. I'm gonna let him have my tower, and we're just gonna take his second tower. Wait, why am I losing? Why am I losing?
There is so much to talk about here, it's hard to know where to start. Let's start with the clock. There's 30 seconds left and you decide to let the right tower go? Why? Why would you ever do that when you have Sparky, one of the most powerful defensive cards in the entire game, that earlier in the match full countered the Mega Knight Witch push? Anyways, EJ gets the right tower and pretty easily defends Jynxzi's push while still pressuring his king tower and coming insanely close to getting it. Jynxzi's overconfidence and terrible game sense now has him on the verge of losing this match when he was literally just in a position to win 30 seconds earlier.
Hold on. I think we won. We need to defend the Goblin Barrel. I don't think he has any prayer of stopping my push.
EJ decides to start playing like a complete moron right in time for Jynxzi to clutch up and get the W. I wasn't big into the theory that Jynxzi's videos were scripted until I saw this, because literally no 7600 trophy player would ever do what EJ did here unless they were trying to lose while making it look like they were trying to win. Let me break everything down for you step by step. First, let's establish what EJ has to do to win. Very simple. EJ has to cycle his log spell twice to win. An incredibly basic strategy that somebody of his skill level would understand. All EJ has to do to win is defend his king tower by spamming cards next to it and throw logs at Jynxzi's tower whenever he gets the chance, and he'd win. EJ decides not to do this. Instead, he throws his witch on the left tower for absolutely no reason. Throws his bomber on the left side of the tower for absolutely no reason. Then he throws an easily killed Mega Knight and bats in the middle of Jynxzi's push. Then he just gives up on defending even though a log would kill Jynxzi's entire push at this point. He instead decides to log Jynxzi's king tower with a goblin barrel, which allows Jynxzi's push the time it needs to take EJ's king tower. Overall, it feels to me like Jynxzi is not a talented Clash Royale player, and that's fine, but he should own it instead of acting like he knows what he's talking about by flaunting his knowledge of the game every chance he gets. This mid-level player beat him once and lost to him by 29 tower points once, yet Jynxzi still seems to genuinely believe he's above this player and all of the other players in his rank. He doesn't have good game sense at all. He's a trust fund baby that spent loads of money to instantly become a high-level player overnight with coaches, without developing experience with the game's mechanics the same way a normal player would. If he continues to make Clash Royale content, I hope we'll at least tone down the BS since literally his entire comment section already knows he's full of it anyways. Anyways, that's about all I got. No hate towards Jinxie. I'm usually a fan of his content, but I don't like how he's going about this new chapter in his channel. Like and sub if you liked the video. See you later. Bye bye.